Montana's House Judiciary Committee heard testimony on more than a dozen bills Monday, including two that would tighten regulations on abortion in the state. House Bill 721, sponsored by Republican House Speaker Matt Regier, would prohibit what it calls dismemberment abortions, except in case of a medical emergency prior to fetal viability. Supporters said it was not a block on abortion, only on one procedure, which they described as barbaric.
This does not stop a woman from obtaining an abortion. As I just stated, there are multiple ways still available. Please don't be distracted by any of the opposition's what if or people's unadjudicated opinions as the one stated here in the legal note.
Opponents said the bill used inflammatory language, and the procedure it sought to prohibit was the safest, most common abortion procedure for pregnancies in the second trimester.
This bill would allow politicians to stand in the way of a person's decision and a doctor's recommendation. A person's health, not politics, should guide important medical decisions during pregnancy.
House Bill 625 from Republican Representative Carrie Seekins Crow of Billings would require healthcare providers to perform life-saving care on infants born alive, including after an abortion.
A civilized society should never deny life-saving, medically necessary care to any child born alive, including one who survives an attempted abortion.
Last session, the legislature submitted a similar bill to voters as a ballot measure, but it was rejected in November's election. HB 625 includes some changes to address concerns raised by opponents last year, like an exemption that wouldn't require care for an infant that couldn't survive long-term if a family didn't want it. Opponents said state law and medical ethics already say that healthcare providers will provide care to infants born alive.
It's already against the law to do that. What this bill is trying to do is stigmatize folks who are trying to have reproductive health care.
Supporters said HB 625 differed from existing law because it would apply to non-viable infants. Last week, Republicans on the committee voted to advance two other abortion-related bills. House Bill 575 would prohibit abortions after fetal viability, defined as no later than 24 weeks into pregnancy, except when necessary to protect the mother's life. House Bill 544 would codify a recent rule from the Department of Public Health and Human Services, requiring prior authorization before Medicaid pays for abortion services. Democrats have also introduced several of their own bills dealing with abortion, including one that would have codified a Montana Supreme Court decision guaranteeing the right to an abortion. 3 of those bills have been voted down in House Judiciary. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.